Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sud10 Inspirations with Dale. Let me inspire you, and before it's in, maybe we can inspire each other. So I want to talk and say something about life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. And this is a quote by George Bernard Shaw. Let that ponder and sit for a moment. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. That means you have the control to be what you decide that you want to be. No one else, no company, no job, no other individual. You are the one who can set and change the course of your life. The course of your life may be simple. It may be just making a decision about what you're going to do in the next year, in the next month, in the next week. But whatever happens, you are the one who can control that destiny. You are the one who can set the sails for that ship that you're on called life. I once heard somebody said that we are in the university of life. And they told me that means that you are always constantly learning, constantly making mistakes, constantly growing, and constantly getting ready to do something great. The university of life deals with creating the person that you want to be. Let's say that you wanted to do something that seems like you can't attain and you can't reach. That does not mean that you're having goals that are set too high. That means you have to break those goals down into different attainable steps, step by step. Saying how you're going to do it so vividly that you'll know what it is. Saying that you're going to be able to say, well, I really want to be able to be this person that whatever your goal is or whatever your dream is, I really want to be able to be that person. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to write it down. Then I'm going to write down the steps that I need. I'm going to do some research. I'm going to continue writing. I'm going to be very transparent because after all, who knows you better than you? So always find a way to be transparent, set those goals, break them down into very small, attainable steps. So small that if you remember how people used to say that they put something in a bottle a long time ago, that's when I was younger. Maybe I'm aging myself right now. But they said they put it in a bottle, turn it into a time capsule. That's one of the things that you can do. You can write it down so vividly that if somebody picked it up 100 years from now, they say, oh, so this person was aspiring to be an actor. This person was aspiring to just be a teacher. This person's goal was just simply as being able to cook certain items. Hello, and welcome to Sud10 Inspirations with Dale. As I stated, hopefully I can inspire you. And then before it's over, hopefully we can also inspire each other. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, I always told you that I like having the comments. I like when you give me some type of feedback so that I will know that everything's working out. So, and I can say, okay, thank you for joining. Or you can just simply say, keep up the good work, or you need to work on this. Don't be too critical on me. Well, no, I'm just kidding. But you can also let me know what works for you, and hopefully we can learn how to do something together. Because it's a growing process for me too. Because as you can remember, I'm trying to turn so that the wind won't be blowing too much. Hopefully the rain don't catch me while I'm out here. So sometimes what we're talking about is how you can create yourself. And being able to create yourself means don't worry about what somebody else says. Because sometimes you have to move in silence. You can't let everybody know what your dreams and aspirations are. You can't always, hello, Dr. Ford. I'm so glad you joined. And then so sometimes when you move in silence, when you're trying to create something, you can't always let somebody else know what you're trying to do. So sometimes what you have to do is be a goal setter. And then in this aspect, if you're trying to do something and you're the first person in your family to do it, or you're the only other person that you know who has done this, then you're going to also be a trendsetter. So you can find ways to motivate the person that looks in the mirror every day at you, which is you. So continue to find ways to inspire yourself. Continue to find ways to reach your goals, because those goals definitely can be reached. Because as I always say, as long as you're breathing, you can do these things. As long as you have goal sets, as long as you have ways that you can continue to aspire, and always find ways. Hello, Ms. Williams, how you doing? Glad you're here joining me too. So you can always find ways to aspire to try to reach those goals. And sometimes some people have already done what they want to do in life. They're not trying to reach another goal. Sometimes you can just be able to just say, I just want to be me. I'm doing me at this point in my life. Hello, how you doing? I'm glad you're able to join. Sometimes I don't get a chance to see this many names. Ivy. So I'm glad I can see these names this time. And so sometimes you're not trying to do anything else as far as a career. You might be just trying to live. But one thing about that part, you also have to make sure that you protect your peace, protect your space. Because I can guarantee you that somebody will try to shake that piece up if you don't guard it. And that's why you always hear, that's why you always hear the Bible talks about guarding your heart. Because you can't let everything into your spirit. You can't let everything into your mind. Even if somebody says something, you don't have to be the one to say, I agree with that. Especially if they're talking about you. You don't have to receive that. Because just like I told you yesterday, with something negative going on, then you can find your way and say, okay, that's what you say, but I say this. Affirmations, because your affirmations truly have a great part in your life. Especially when you're trying to create yourself. When I say create yourself, I mean you're being who you want to be. Not who somebody else wants you to be, but who do you want to be? That's the whole idea. Finding ways to create that goal that you have for yourself. It can be something very easy, very simple. Whatever it is, you know. Because I know for me, I'm always aspiring to try to continue to do something. Always trying to do something different. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like what you do. Let me stop moving. I like what you do. Keep on the hard work. I appreciate that. And then just like I was saying, that's how you inspire me. Let me show y'all what I found. Look. Let's see. A dime. Remember I told you at the beginning, I said that Sud10 Inspirations deals with when you are suddenly inspired to do something. And I said that the number 10 always comes up as my confirmation. And for some reason, it usually always comes up in a dime. And you know, I didn't put this here. I was just walking. And there's the dime, letting me know confirmation to what Ivy just said. Keep it up. Keep up the hard work. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep up the hard work. Because Sud10, S-U-D, and the number 10 is what I use. Sud10 Inspirations. So I like how that confirmation came about right here on live with you guys. Thank you, Lord. Showing that for some reason, that's my divine number. My biblical number that I like to use, because what it does is give me, for some reason, no matter what's going on, that 10 always just shows up in my life as a completeness. So I'm going to continue to be complete, continue to be whole, and I want you to be able to do the same thing. So again, this is Sud10 Inspirations with Deb, and I hope that I was able to inspire you. And always love yourself for the wonderful person you are. By the way, one other thing that I have is I'm working on building Sud10 Inspirations to a YouTube channel too. So you can go to look for my name or something with Sud10 Inspirations on it and be able to go in and say, find that and subscribe. Because I don't have any subscribers. So I need some subscribers too. So I need subscribers for my YouTube. I haven't changed the name from Deborah Ross yet, but I am going to eventually change it to Sud10 Inspirations with Jill. So again, thank you for your support. Hi, I have a employment group where I always post up. Several people have gotten to us. I'd like you to join my work remotely. Okay, you can DM me and we'll talk about that. See, we're creative. All right, so thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your day with Sud10 Inspirations with Dale.